what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving and a nice weekend. In this video, I'm going to do update number 136. And what I did was I deposited $100 into my taxable M1 stock brokerage account, my Average Joe Dividends portfolio, and that's what we're looking at right now. And we can see the current value is over $279,000. This is about 15% of my total net worth, and we'll get more into that later. You can see over the last year, the portfolio has returned money-weighted return 25.68%, but we're just over 30% total. And we'll go back to the last 3 months, see how it's performing, up 5.87%. And over the last week, we had some ups and downs in here. And then today we're down just a little bit, down 0.16%. So let's go into the activity log and we'll see where my money went to. And what I do is when I do these deposits on Monday of $100, I go with the allocation based on the actual and target, so you can see anything that's underweighted, the money's going to go to first. So right here in the dividend portfolio is where the money's going to go, because you can see the ETFs portion is right at the target, and then the 12 more dividends portion that is overweighted. So the underweighted portion is right here, and we'll see where that goes. In the second part of the week, I also deposit $100 and I pick 5 different stocks to put it into, 20 bucks into each of them. So here is the deposit from this morning, the $100, but you can see though there were 6 buys for $606.29. So the 506.29, that is essentially the snowball being reinvested back into the portfolio. And those are the 506, that is from BST. This is a monthly payer. It paid me $495.85 plus Starbucks. Their dividend was $10.46, and that's a quarterly one. So 2 of the buys of the 4 are going to be dividend drips. And we're also going to see what effect this has on my dividend income going forward. So first up, Starbucks, the $10.46, this is a dividend drip. So by dripping the dividend, it was about 10% of a share at 0.10332 back into Starbucks. We'll also see what the next dividends are going to be for each of these as well. We're going to see how these go up with the dividend drips and with the $100 deposit. And then Merck is next. This was part of the $100, and this bought 0.18982 of a share. Let's go back here. And then the next one is BST. Now this is that big dividend drip, the $495.85. And this bought 13.36162 additional shares. And BST pays 25 cents per share per month. So essentially it's like 13 extra quarters are going to be given to me as a result, over $3 in dividend income every single month going forward. And then this is a buy based on the $100 as well. So we cover the drip, Starbucks, BST. So Microsoft, $51.65. That bought 0.12139 of a share of Microsoft there. And then Pepsi, 22.48, and that bought 0.13879 of a share there. And then nope, that's not right. I keep going back to a prior buy. And here we go. So Digital Realty was the last one. So $6.71. This one's not going to move the needle a lot, maybe a few cents in the next dividend. We'll see. And it bought 0.03473 of a share. So just over 3% of a share in Digital Realty. We're going to go over to my Google Docs spreadsheet. And this is where I track all of the stocks that are in my portfolio. Right now there are 52 of them, and we can see here these are arranged right now by the pay date. You can see right here, and we're in the month of December. We just closed out the November dividends, but we haven't received our first dividend yet. We can see here I'm going to receive 4 dividends tomorrow morning from Kroger, Black Hills, Pinnacle West, and Aflac. So it's going to be roughly $49.87, right about there. And what I've done is in the dividend column, I've put in the prior dividend for Starbucks. This is why I received a 1046, but this is going to change here on the next dividend. So in 3 months here, at the end of February, this is going to be a new amount for Starbucks by dripping that dividend. And then Microsoft, where there's a $50 plus buy there, the 656 is going to go up there. And then here is the BST by dripping that 495.85. That's going to move up several dollars, and we'll see what that's going to be. And then also Pepsi, Merck, and Digital Realty, we're going to see these go up as well. And we're also going to see the monthly, quarterly, annual dividends go up as well. Let me hard code these in so we can see those change. And how it's going to change it is I'm going to grab some data from M1. And what it's going to do is it's going to grab the new number of shares for those 6 positions where I bought more fractional shares, and the rest of them are going to stay the same. We can see here on the bottom of this sheet, here's the total value of the portfolio right now. This is changing since the market is live. And then here's my cost basis. Here's my gain or loss, including the dividends. Here's also a color key. We're in the month of December in the dark greens, and it's also the last month of the quarter. So I'm going to get most of my dividends in this month. In December is going to be a large payout. What I received last month for November was $671.98, but I'm estimating to be getting over $1,700 in December, but we'll see about that. So let's go grab that data from M1. We're going to go to the Holdings tab. And if you're curious to see what's in this, I'll scroll through it really quick. You can see SCHD is the largest position at $104,000 of this portfolio. So over a third of it is SCHD. And there's some other positions here I think, at least, my opinion, are good long-term investments. These are just long-term, kind of blue chip stocks. You can see I've done quite well with a lot of these, over doubling my money with a lot of them, like KKR, Aflac, Broadcom, done quite well. Also over doubled my money with Caterpillar, and then positions like Nvidia, this one over 900% gain in that one. So I'll scroll down here to the bottom. Then we're going to grab all this data. We're going to paste it into the M1 data tab on my Google Docs spreadsheet. As soon as we get to the bottom here, just kind of want to show you what's in the portfolio. I'll also leave a link below to my M1 Pi so you can see what's all in it. So let's go to the top. We'll start the name column, grab everything. We're just going to do a copy. And then again, we're going to paste this into Google Docs spreadsheet over here on the M1 data tab. And what this does is it updates the new shares, cost basis, and average cost per share for those 6 positions where I bought fractional shares. So I'm going to do a pay special, values only, and it's going to update all that automatically. And then at the top here, we're going to go and take a look at the new dividends now and read these off one by one. Also the monthly, quarterly, and annual dividend amounts as well. And also, before we close it out, we're going to go over HP announced a dividend increase. So we're going to go over that as well. And I'll show you what that does to my forward dividend income. So Starbucks in 3 months, end of February, it'll be, instead of 1046, I'll be receiving 1052 with that dividend drip. And then here over with Microsoft, Microsoft doesn't pay a huge dividend, so the $50 didn't make a huge dent. It added a dime, so up to $6.66 for Microsoft's next dividend, which there's no way we beat the ex-dividend date here, so this will be in March for that amount. And then look at BST going from 495.85 to on the 24th, it'll be $499.19, so close to $500 with that. And then next up is Pepsi going from 1666 to 1685. And then Merck from 1065 to 1081. And then Digital Realty 847 to 852. Added a whole nickel there. And then here's the monthly cash flow average. And the new monthly is going from 1,192 to 1,544. And then quarterly from 3,575 to 3,1633. And we're moving from 1223 even to 1265.32 for the annual amount. So let's take this 1,544 over to the monthly average dividend tracking tab. Scroll all the way to the bottom here. Anytime there's a dividend drip, a deposit, a dividend increase, decrease, anything like that, that changes my monthly income. I go ahead and I put it over here. Again, it was 1,544. And the event was BST Starbucks dividend drip and $100 deposit. So it added monthly income additional to what we were at before, additional $3.52 every month going forward. We're going to add a new row here because we have that HP dividend increase. We're going to hunt that one down. Let's see here. So we're starting from 1,544, and then let's go on over to HP. And they're right here. So their last pay date was 10/3. We'll go 7/04, and that's what it paid last time. And we're going to use a link down here on my sheets, and I'll leave a link below to this Google Doc spreadsheet. And I'd like to go to dividendinvestor.com. And we're going to look up HPQ, the ticker symbol, since they have a new dividend here. And we also have a new dividend date. So I'll show you how we update that. So see, here's the previous dividend of 27.6 cents. We're going to go to 28.9 cents. And also the new pay date is going to be 1/2/25. But what I do is I add an extra day because M1 has a 1-day delay. So let's put in 1/3/25 for their new dates. HP's right there on top. Type in 1/3/25. And then we can see we have the old dividend of 0.276. We're going to 0.289. We're going to see that 704 change. So the next dividend on January 3rd, 2025, instead of being 704, is going to be 737. So pretty much almost like getting a free share just with that dividend increase. So we'll delete that, and then we have to get we're going to sort this. So what I do is, since we have a new dividend pay dates, we sort this, and then we're going to see HP in its new spot paying on January 3rd with its new dividend amount there. And then let's see here. We'll scroll down here. Now we have a new monthly cash flow average of 1,555. So let's go take that over and put it over here. And this is 1,005.55. We'll see. I'm not sure why my mouse is shaking there. So something's going on there. So I apologize for that. But the change in monthly income, it is 11 cents. So I'm going to receive 11 cents every month going forward just because of HPQ's dividend increase. And we'll see what that percentage is real quick. We'll do some quick math on that. So the old one was 0.2, so 276, 289. So equals 276 divided by 289. So right about 4.5% on that. We'll just round it up to we'll just put 4.5% on there. So HP 4.5% dividend increase. And that's the result there. So let's go on over to my dividend tracker tab. So I've been doing these videos since January 2021. Here's the portfolio value at $18,700. Here are the dividends that were paid to me in January, and we're going to scroll down to more recent times. As you can see, the portfolio has grown here, and here we are right now. Here's the last full month. In November, you can see we've gone down a few $100, and we haven't received any dividends yet. Here's again the dividends received in November 2024. Here are the total dividends received in 2024. So almost at that $10,000 mark. We're going to exceed what we received in 2023 by a lot. It's going to be probably closer to 11,000, pretty close to that at least. Here is the new average monthly dividend. In the beginning of the month, we started at 1,192, and we've added $3.63 of monthly dividend income in December alone, and we're only 2 days in. And then, so we've increased the monthly dividend income by 0.36% month over month. Here's the annual dividends of $12,066.64, and the annual increase $43.60. I've deposited $100, so we've accounted for that. And then to close out the video, let's go on to my total net worth statements. And like I said, the portfolio over here, M1, this is about 15% of my net worth. If I'll load up the 260 or 279,600 over there, and that's expressed right there. But here's the rest of it. I have a Vanguard, and I have an IRA, a Roth brokerage account, as well as a taxable brokerage account. They're all in Vanguard ETFs. You can see what those are right there. Here's the value of that at 484. And then here's my current employer 401k in a Fidelity S&P 500 index fund at nearly $102,000. And then at M1, I also have an IRA with these investments, VU, VTI, SCHD, BST, and that is valued at about 723 right now. Here's my dividend portfolio again. Here's my 1-year emergency fund at M1 earning 4.25%. Here is my 6-month emergency fund at Synchrony at 4.1%. Here is my kind of like 2-month, I would say, emergency fund where I just use it to pay off my bills, pay my mortgage, things like that. Anything usually over 10,000, I'll transfer over to either Synchrony or M1. So I could probably transfer $700 over there if I wanted to. Here is my home value, and then here's my liabilities. Just paid off the balance of my credit card. So my only balance I have right now at a liability is my mortgage at 6.25%, which is not great. So I'm trying to aggressively pay that off. So here's my net worth subtracting out my liability at $1,829,000. And here's the breakdown with stocks almost 87%, home equity, and then cash. And then here's how it's broken up into pre-tax, after-tax, and then U.S. and international. We can also see here is my average monthly dividend, including savings accounts as well, almost at the $3,300 mark. And here I've been tracking my dividends by month. And then here is my net worth as well, right in the bottom here. I also put in my net W-2 income. That's net of insurance and 401k contributions. And then here's my expenses. And I don't count all income sources, just my W-2. I want to make sure I have a gap just with my W-2. And that's not including my dividends or anything like that. So you can see what kind of gaps I've had. Most of the time I've had a gap, not every time though. Things happen, life happens. Last full month here is my gap at 718.84, and I closed out my net worth statement at $1,827,000. So we just started December, and here's what I've received so far. Received M1 savings interest at 204.09. So these have been going down a little bit. So my interest payments from the savings accounts are going to be going down. Synchrony doesn't pay until the 5th or 6th, but here's what Capital One paid here. So here's my running total so far of my dividends. Let's go back to the activity log real quick, and we'll see those buys again. And again, 2 of these were dividend drips, BST and Starbucks. These were dividend drips, but Merck, Microsoft, Pepsi, and Digital Realty were based upon my allocations after a $100 deposit. So let me know in the comments below what you're buying this week, and also let me know what you think of these picks as well. I hope everyone has a great week. Thanks for sticking to the end of the video. If you got value from the video, please click the like button. Also subscribe so you don't miss my next video, which will be my budget video. And I know it's not the most popular video. I don't do a traditional budget